So welcome back. In this video, we're going to be uploading our clean data set into SQL Server for structured querying. Also, we're going to be doing data exploration and analysis using SQL queries only. So what we're going to be looking at is the total sales in the data set, what are the monthly and yearly sales trend, which segments consumer corporate office brings the highest revenue, and which ship mode generated most sales. So the first thing we're going to do is get our SQL Server Studio because we've been asked to use SQL Server Studio. Now that we have our SQL Server Studio being loaded, we need to connect our SQL Server. So we connect. All right. Now we have our SQL Server being connected. So what we need to do is create a new database. Now that we create a new database, we need to name our database. So our database can actually be named sales, or we can actually pick name from here. Basically, this is retail company. We can say retail. We can as well name it since it is retail sales. We can say retail sales, or anything that you like to name it, and you click OK. Then what we need to do is just refresh our database and go to here, and we have our database already. So the next thing we need to do now is to go to the task and import our data. So basically we're going to be using import data and not import flat data. So we pick next. So where is the source of the data? So basically the source of the data we are using is OLB SQL Server, and we need to pick this here. So we need to just say yes, that's what we want. Then we need to choose destination. We can come back here, refresh the database. Yes, we need to just go back, then choose the destination we want. Sorry, uh okay, we need to choose Excel because we need to import our data. So we go back again, sorry, we need to choose Excel. All right, we need to choose Excel and 2016, then we pick next. So the next thing we need to do is go to SQL Server, then this is retail database, then we need to go next. So we are copying data from one or more tables on view. So that's what we want to do. Then what data are we using? So we want this data to be in our database. So you can do data mapping, edit mapping, you can edit mapping. Now, edit mapping, if you want your data, especially this particular part, so you want to change it to date time, you can just do it to date if you want it to be in date. So here we want it to only be dates, not date and time, just dates. And here is okay. And here we want it to be float. Yes, we want it to be float, and the rest is okay. Then what we need to just do is just press OK. Then you can preview the data, but we don't need to preview the data. We just need to select yes. So it's saying data says other dates use global. Okay, it says ignore truncate error, ignore. All right, we need to just check what is happening here. Okay, Clean data set is okay. You just need to ignore this particular thing and run and finish. All right, good. Our data has been loaded and we need to refresh the database. Then we need to go to the table to see our new data. So let's select the first row to see if our data is here as we predict. So good. Our data is right here, clean the way we want it to be. So, all right, so we're going to be looking into the next thing in the agenda, which is data exploration with SQL Server. We're not going to be using Excel for data exploration. We're going to be using, for data exploration and analysis, we're going to be using SQL queries for what is the total sales in the data set, what are the monthly and yearly sales trend, which segment brings the highest revenue, and which ship mode generate the most income. So I'll be writing some SQL queries. So let's go to our SQL, then select the database and you go to new query. So but before we go to new query, let's first of all check our data. Okay, here is all our data. Then let's go to write some queries. So the first one is total sales. Total sales. So what we have is, and we want to select sum of sales. Let's just say sales. Sum of sales as total sales. You can just write an hyphen total sales, and from what's the database? Yeah, clean database. Then let's run this and execute. So here's the sum of sales. Is total sales. And the next thing is we create another query. You can write the same, you can continue to write, can continue by writing other, by saying, okay, let's look into monthly, monthly sales trend, monthly sales trend. So what we need to just do is select year. So into order dates, order dates, and closer, then as year, you do your comma, month to order dates. Sorry, order dates as a month, then go sum of sales. We have sale, not sales, um, as monthly sales. Monthly sales. So from so we went to pick from our sales data. So once you write here sorry, once you write DBO, it's going to bring my sales. Then from our sales data, what's again we need to do? Okay, and we need to do group by. We need to group it, group by sorry, group by year, and still continue with our query for the dates. Month and the dates. Just need to and do order by and we say year, comma, then we run this query. Let's check if this query will run. So here is our query. We say we want to order it by year and month. So you can see how it is from 2013 January 1. These are the sales we have. These are the monthly sales. These are the monthly sales we have. Okay, let's write another one. Okay, we go to new query. We can still continue in the same line. Okay, let's continue in the same line and write yearly, sorry, yearly sales trend. And here we do select again. Go select. Then we do year, go again. Order dates. You can just pick here. You can just pick this code down here, and because of time, and you can just pick this one from here down here because of time. And then we do from sales data. So from this data set, you can just pick it down here and how do you want to group it? You want to group by year alone. So you can just bring this from here. You can just copy this, then paste it here and remove the months and remove the months. So now we have our code. We can just run it, see if it will run. Good. So we now have sales, yearly sales trend. So in 2013, we make the sales, in 2014, we make the sales, in 2015, we make the sales, and in 2016, we make that sales. So another one we need to do is okay, you can as well do the same thing as we do for month. Let's do for, as we do it for year, we can do it for months. So for months, so let's say monthly sales trend. Monthly sales trend. Here we change it to months, and here we change it to months. And here we change it to months, and here we change it to months. So we can run this query now. Let's see if it will run. Great. So now we have for the months, we have January. January simplifies 1 to December. Here is our sales trend. So let's use another query line. Here we're going to be doing sales for segment. Sales or sales by segment rather. sales by segment. So for sales by segments, we're going to be using the segments part. Sorry. So we are going to be dealing with the sales of this particular segment, that's consumer, and we're going to be doing segments by sales. So let's quickly write the brief code because of our time. Select. What we want to select is segment. You can write everything in the same line, but just for our work to be neat, you need to just select segment. Okay, select segments. Sum of sales, sales as total sales. Total sales and from sales data. So just write DB and our data shows from sales data, and we need to group it by group by segment. We need to group by segment. And we need to order by data sales, order by total sales. We need to order by total sales. So how we need to do it in descending order. So we want to do it by descending, you can do it by descending order, you can do it by ascending order. So let's run this if it will run. So here is our total sales. We have segment, consumer, and we have corporate, and so we need to do it by descending order. So from the highest to the lowest. So we need to do also just copy this and let's run ship mode. So this one will be mode. Ship mode, and we just need to change here to ship mode. Just need to change here to ship mode, and also we need to change here to ship mode. Okay, so we can run this particular data and see for ship mode. Here we have for ship mode standard class, second class, first class, and the same day. So we are we want to combine ship mode sales by segment and ship mode. We want to cross analyze the two together. So we need to cross analyze the two together. So what we need to do is just bring this thing down here. Just say sales by segments. Just copy and ship mode. Just save ship mode. Then here we have segments already. We need to just add ship mode. Ship mode. So now understand one thing. You will notice one thing I did here. You notice the fact that this one is not in bracket and this is in bracket. So when you have a space, now SQL will not read it properly. SQL will only read one part of the text and will leave the other part of the text. So what you need to do is just combine everything together in this particular. You need to encamp it so that SQL can read it as one. So what again you need to do is, okay, shape mode, we are only selecting that, and what we need to do is order by segments. We are ordering by segments, and shape mode. Sorry, order by segments and shape mode. And also, so here is going to be order by group by segment and shape mode, and here is going to be order by segments, uh, total sales. So let's see if any of this will work, if our cross analysis will work. Great. This is great. This is great. Now we have consumer standard, we have consumer second class, first class, consumer second same day, we have corporate standard class, corporate second class, corporate first class, corporate same day, and same as we have it everywhere. So here is showing the fact that standard class has the highest sales. If you check here, you notice that standard class has the highest sales as regards the other classes. So the last thing we are going to be doing here is we're going to be doing top performing monthly sales. Top performing, top performing monthly month, top performing month. We want to check the highest performing month. This is just an addition to months. So we want to check, this is just an addition. It is not part of what we need to do, because according to what we need to do here, if we go back here, we are told to do which segment brings the highest revenue and which ship mode generates the most revenue, which we've done here in our analysis. So we're able to know which one generate the highest. So what we need to know here is top performing month sales. We just want to know the highest performing month sales. So what we need to do is just go back to our monthly, where we have our monthly sales data. Here we can just copy here. I guess this is going to be the repetition of what we did here. So yeah, so this is more or less like a repetition of what we did. But here we just need to order it by sales. So we need to order by sales, monthly sales, and we need to make sure it is in ascending order. And what again we need to do, and that is all we need to do here. So let's check, and let's clear this. Select by here, and let's execute. So now we can see we want to check top performing monthly sale month, and so the highest month that performs very well in this particular sales. So this is in every, so the highest month is third, 2013 third, we have the highest sales. In 2016 seems to become second. 2016 November we have another sales. So the lowest sales comes in 2014 February, which is 1156.14. So here we're able to do, we're able to do data exploration and analysis using SQL queries. what is the total? We're able to answer this question, the total sales in the data set, monthly and yearly sales trend, which segments, the segment that brings the highest revenue and the ship mode that generates more sales. So uh, in our next video, we're going to be uh, creating a dashboard. We are going to be we are going to be creating a dashboard uh, where we are going to be over showing sales overview, segment, and ship mode analysis. So apart from the fact that we're going to be creating a dashboard, we're going to be sending our data to Power BI. We're going to be linking SQL Server with Power BI. Thank you for joining the class.